Mr. Whittingdale.
On behalf of the British delegation, I would like to begin by thanking Serbia for hosting this assembly and for the wonderful hospitality which we have already enjoyed in these past few days. It is worth remembering that it was only 25 years ago that this region was in conflict. Huge progress has been made in the Balkans since then, but sadly there are still areas of tension in many parts of the world. In Ukraine, in Venezuela, in Yemen, in Kashmir, in Hong Kong, in every continent there are challenges. And there is a need in all of these cases for dialogue rather than conflict. The vision of Randall Kramer and Frederick Passy, 130 years, which we celebrated yesterday, remains as relevant and important today. In the UK, we have been a little preoccupied in the last few months, indeed years, with discussing how to implement our decision to leave the European Union. That was a democratic decision taken by the people of the UK, and I hope very much that we may reach agreement on how best to do that within the next couple of days. But whatever the outcome, the United Kingdom will always be an outward-looking, globally trading nation. We are a member of the Commonwealth of 53 countries around the world. We will remain active participants in the Council of Europe, in NATO, in the OSCE, and of course in the Interparliamentary Union. We all have a shared belief in this room of the importance of parliamentary democracy and the operation of international law. But I want to take this brief opportunity to highlight what I believe to be one of the greatest threats to democracy and law. It is essential for a properly functioning democracy to have media freedom. A free and independent media performs a vital function in holding governments to account, in exposing injustice and corruption, in informing voters of the choices that they face, and in countering disinformation. Yet media freedom is now under attack in a way that it has not been before, and the situation is getting worse. In the past decade, almost 1,000 journalists have been killed, an average of about one every 4 days. So far this year, a further 43 have been killed. Many have been deliberately targeted because of the job they do, and often in attacks which are state-sponsored. In my own country this year, a journalist died in Northern Ireland in April. 1 year ago, Jamal Khashoggi, the Saudi journalist, was murdered in Istanbul. And in October 2017, Daphne Caruana Galizia was assassinated in a car bomb in Malta. In none of these cases have those responsible been yet brought to justice. In many more cases, journalists face imprisonment, harassment, and persecution. Currently, there are around 400 journalists, citizen journalists, and media workers in jail around the world. Around half of those are imprisoned in just 5 countries: China, Egypt, Turkey, Iran, and Saudi Arabia. It was to address this growing threat that the UK government organised a conference on global media freedom in London last July, alongside Canada, who are acting as our partners in this initiative. Following this, the Media Freedom Coalition was established with 32 countries signing the Global Pledge. It includes countries from every region and continent: Canada, Germany, Serbia, Argentina, Ghana, Lebanon, the Maldives. And we in the British group of the IPU in September organised a follow-up conference for parliamentarians. And I would like to thank all those countries here who sent representatives to attend that conference. Parliamentarians have a vital role to play in pressing their governments to take action, and when their governments do make commitments, to ensuring that they are actually carried out. It is our intention that we will continue to promote this vital issue, and we hope to organise a further event at the Assembly in Geneva. The decline in media freedom is one of the greatest threats to parliamentary democracy and the international rule of law, and I hope that the IPU will place it very high up on their agenda. Thank you.